welcome to the first of the Knots and Bolts and the Top of the Cop podcast. How you doing, Ara?
I'm alright, Mark. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. So, are you looking forward to going to Newport on Saturday?
After what I've seen on Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to sitting here and watching it on a watch-along.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you make of the Cardiff game on Saturday?
Two good teams on Saturday, weren't they?
Was two good teams.
I mean, I think the second half was better than the first half overall, but we played some good football in both halves. Cardiff did have their spells. I mean, apart from our two mistakes that cost them their goals, but apart from that, I thought we played some good attacking football, and we can see it's changed under Patterson and Maynard. We can see the change, and hopefully we can improve on Saturday's performance against Newport.
Yeah, like you said, the first half, it was, I don't know, there was a lot of intricate passing, weren't they? And really close, tight-knit passing, which we lost the ball a lot. Second half, I mean, we switched off totally for the goal as well.
Yeah.
And then we got this wonder strike from Barry Cotter, which was absolutely
stunning.
A banging strike.
Yeah.
And then the second half we improved, we came out, and it was a lot better second half. But Jatta as well, the way he was diving in, the two-footed on challenges as well.
Yeah.
You know, that was like quite shocking. It's like he wanted to get sent off again.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Obviously, you can also see that Jatta does not want to be that old, does he?
No. He didn't look interested when he came out to warm up.
No.
And the crowd was shouting his name and everything else. Yeah. It took him, what would you say, about 5-6 steps to turn to the crowd and like acknowledge it, and then turn away again.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It was nice to see Martin Patterson as well, being so vocal, and the way he picked Jody Jones up when Jody Jones got fouled and just put him back on the pitch.
You can see that he wants to get the game moving as quick as possible. So the way that Jody Jones got picked up kind of made me laugh. But if he wants the game moving quicker, then that's what you got to do, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's how you're gonna like surprise the opposition, isn't it? We have got a lot of pace in this side as well.
Yeah, we do, especially up forward and the wingers. So.
Yeah, especially with the likes of like now we've signed Kieran Bennett, who was a trialist in that game. He came off about half an hour, and Harry knocked that ball past players as well, and the crosses he put in, Dennis and everything else couldn't get into it, could they? And get to that ball.
I can remember in the second half we crossed it in, and I think it was Dennis and someone else tried to get the same ball but just couldn't. So he is a good player. I think he will be.
Let me just move this to the new window. I'll just put that up there and I can watch it. Cheryl, good evening. But apart from that, the Cardiff fans was really really vocal and everything else. And what was nice to see as well on Saturday was we actually got in and put a tackle in. We weren't very lightweight either.
No, because I think when Arnie Norburn came on, didn't he just get a tackle in straight away?
Yeah, he came on and got that yellow card absolutely straight away, didn't he? So it was like, and as you can see on the screen now, you can see the Cardiff player hobbling off.
Yeah.
That was interesting because last season we was very lightweight. We didn't have a player sent off all season until the playoffs with Jack getting sent off.
Yeah.
I think on Saturday, his challenge, I think that was worse than if he had connected with that player then. That would have been worse than the one against Wimbledon.
Yeah. Because I bet in let's say if it was.
Oh, we've lost our. Do we think we're adding or removing from the squad? Oh dear, that is a question. I think the squad's around about where it is. The defence was quite light. Where is that? I've got to get.
Yeah, because I'll go back to where I said if it was a league game, I would have thought Ollie Norman would have got a card because I don't think he did get a card, but I thought he would have got a card if that was in a league game.
Mm. But it was nice being back in Meadow Lane. Looking forward to it. I thought frustrated that we're away from home first game of the season. You know what I mean? And it's a long way as well.
Yeah,
Like Newport.
I think it's like 2.5 hours or 3 hours or something like that. South Wales, yeah. But at least we can get that one out of the way, so that's at least a positive I could take out of that.
I think the squad is like adding to it. I don't think that they're going to add many more players to it, do you? I mean, we're missing Jetta for 5 games anyway, aren't we?
Yeah. We definitely need a number 9, I think, that can score goals.
But is Jetta staying or going? You know what I mean?
We don't know that, do we? So.
I don't think it's like the owner's prerogative to keep a player who don't want to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whether he goes,
we have to wait and see.
But for any club who's going to buy him, there's no rush buying him now, is there?
No.
Or say middle of August. There's no rush for him because he can't play anyway.
No, he can't play for the first 5 games, so there's no need to rush to buy him because he's on a red card.
And he's in the last year of his contract as well.
Yeah. And when does the transfer window end? Is it September this year?
Yeah, September. I think it's September the 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so you got a lot of time.
So what do you make of the signings anyway? We've had this week on the 2 for Tuesday deal.
Yeah, 2 for Tuesday, a bit surprising. So is it Keenan Bennett? I don't want to get his name on.
Keenan Bennett.
Yeah, I thought when I saw him on Saturday, it was a definitely must signing. I think we got him from. I think his last team was a German side, I believe, but I don't know. But
went to Austrian. Austrian. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he played really well on Saturday. I think he played like 30 minutes in the second half, and yeah, he played really well. And obviously moving on to Jaden Luca on loan from Luton Town for a year. He did all right when he was at Grimsby. He scored, I think, 3 goals. He could play winger, striker, attacking midfielder. So we've got someone in there that could play anywhere up front. So hopefully he can start off well. What do you think about it?
I think he's a good signing. And the goal he scored against Warsaw, didn't he score 2 against Warsaw? For Grimsby last season.
Yeah.
They was really good goals. And I think last year, if Jetta McGoldrick was at, we failed really to score or penetrate. We didn't know what to do.
No.
So I think we've got more goals around the team rather than just like being so reliant on the front 2 to get the goals.
Yeah. Because I think last year, when obviously McGoldrick was injured, and obviously Jetta, we missed, even though we did have backup strikers, we didn't have really, like, how can I put it? Like good enough backup ones to fulfill their positions to score goals, because we have Juno Moraes for the second half of the season, if I'm correct, and who else do we have as backup wise?
Yeah, we were really short. We had Traore, but he hasn't, since he's come in, he hasn't really hit the ground running. He's got a couple of assists in the game. I think Whitaker scored one of them, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then there was a Port Vale game not long after he signed where he hit the crossbar, wasn't it?
Yeah, he hit the crossbar in the last chance of the game, yeah.
And so this is a big season for him, isn't it? because we paid quite a bit of money for him as well.
Yeah.
And this will probably be one of the ones, like the signings, what haven't really worked out how the owners have probably thought it would.
No. So, yeah, obviously, he didn't really have the best. I think he came in January when Will Jarvis came in, and that lot came in. Obviously, he didn't really have a massive impact. Supposedly, the signing for Drata, because apparently he was supposed to leave in January, but never did. So he had that one chance against Port Vale, I think it was like 90 plus whatever it was, the last chance of the game, from a free kick, crosses it in and hit the crossbar. So this is, I think he needs to do well this season, or else I can just see him going in January if he doesn't start off well. So.
Yeah, but it'll be a big loss, won't it, financially to the club, because he hasn't. You know what I mean? And then you've got Dennis, haven't you, as well, which I'm unsure about. You know what I mean? I don't think I've heard a lot of fans speaking and saying, well, he's going to be this really good player, he's different and everything else. But I can't see him being a menace in the menace in the box. You know what I mean? I just can't see it.
No, I think it's a strength from him, don't get me wrong, but that scoring power, we haven't really seen a lot of him so far, but hopefully that can change against Newport. So
what do you reckon? What do you reckon about this week's game then, Newport? Do you reckon we're going to win? We're going to lose? Or?
Well, me, before the, I think anyone before the Cardiff game would have said we would have lost, because obviously the pre-season in tour in Germany didn't really go well. So a lot of people, I think, me included, would have said we would have lost. But after that performance against Cardiff on Saturday, yeah, I honestly do think we'll win. And by a lot as well, I think.
I had more optimism about us going to Newport and getting a result before I seen Newport on Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup against Barnet.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got players what can score from outside the box as well. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be an easy game on Saturday.
No. But we never make it easy for ourselves anyway. So.
I think, like Patterson says, judge me after 5-10 games. That's exactly what the fans are going to do, aren't they? They're going to judge him after the 5 or 10 games.
I think, personally, I'm not going to judge him after 5 games. Maybe I'll give it 10, 15 at most. But I'm not going to judge him. I'm going to give him a chance, because you have to give everyone a chance in football. So, yeah, we'll see how he does.
And then you got all the thing around the technical board, which is going to bring added pressure to it. So that's going to be interesting if we're on a good run, let's say we win like four games in a row, we're top of the league, everything's going fine. The technical board, no one will bring that up. But as soon as we go through a bad patch, everybody's going, well, the technical board, you know, weird in that setup and the use of like data. We've seen it on Saturday against Cardiff out Rachel, where he substitutes whatever came from up above, and the substitute the goalkeeper, and then Griffin's first touch, he passes it to their attacker, he puts the ball in the back of the net. Patterson turns around, looks up, lobs his water ball.
Yeah, that was interesting what I saw, because obviously I did not see what was happening up there, but obviously when they made the subs, I saw the goalkeeper warming up. I was like, what is going on here? And obviously they made the goalkeeper change. And then his first touch, kicked it out, and kicked it to them really, and then they scored off our mistake. And then obviously Martin Patterson looks up to the horizons in the technical area, well, not the technical area, but where they do the data, and well, he looked like he was going to ask why, and then drank some of his water, and then just threw it on the floor. We could see angrily that why have you done that? Cost us probably the win at that point, because I think
it was 1-1 there, weren't we? It was 1-1, and then that made it 2-1 to Cardiff.
Yeah, so we could have lost the game if we didn't score, or Jetta didn't score. So yeah, but
And then
hopefully,
Jack comes on, puts the ball in the back of the net. There's 2-2, so that was a good result. We came from behind, you know what I mean, to get a draw, which we didn't see that a lot last season, coming from behind, or that desire to come from behind neither.
No. Obviously, it's against a League One side that obviously came down from the Championship last year. So obviously, their squad is going to be, I wouldn't say the word better, because it would sound rude, but like tougher, strengthener, and
but you could
better than
tell the
our
quality they had in that squad as well, couldn't you? Where they was doing them cross balls and there was inch perfect as well from one touchline to the other touchline, and it was just landing. And the control, there was just one touch, and it killed any pace on the ball, and then there was running.
Yeah.
But I don't think, like with the Newport game, I don't think Newport's going to be that much a pushover like everybody thought there was going to be. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got him in my prediction for him to go down. I've got him, I think, 20th. So just to survive, but have that season, I think they might surprise some people as well this season.
Yeah, because obviously seeing them on Tuesday against Barnet, 2-0 up, cruising, but obviously Barnet scored 2 goals really quickly at the end of the game, which really, but then Newport won on penalties. So, but would that make their team tireder after playing that game?
I don't think it'll make them. Will they be more match fit? You know what I mean? Because that's a competitive game. Are they going to be more match fit than, say, like our team, like the Notts players are going to be?
And obviously, I think they'll be like a little bit more devastated because they were 2-0 up, they were cruising. Obviously, letting those 2 late goals in, it probably will affect them. But we'll see.
So do you think that? What do you think the score's going to be on? Bearing in mind, we played them last season at home. It was a 0-0. It was like October, wasn't it? It was a boring game. 0-0 at Meadow Lane, and then we went down there and won 2-0 at the back end of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. Score prediction. I think there'll be goals in it. My score prediction that I put out was 2-1.
So you've gone for 2-1. I think it'd be like some sort of. I'm going 3-2, but I don't know who to. I'd like to say Counter, but I just think there's going to be goals in it. You know, it's going to be one of them ones where there's actually goals in it.
Say which county, because Newport scored county as well.
Yeah, but I said I don't know which one though, do I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get out of jail with that one really, really easy.
Yeah.
Because I think we're defensively we switch off, and we've seen that against Cardiff in the thingy. We switch off for them moments.
Yeah.
And when we switch off, we're like we concede. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because obviously coming back from that Cardiff game, it was. I'll say we didn't deserve to lose. We didn't deserve to win either, but I think we did deserve to lose. So coming out with it with a draw was good.
Yeah, that was good. I think if Griffiths didn't pass the ball to their striker, and he'd go in and like slot the ball in the back of the net, I think we may have won that game, and it wouldn't have been like there would be more positivity. But going into that game, all the Notts fans was like, "Oh, we're going to do nothing this season." The negativity around like the team and everything else, like the expectation. Like you look at like any content creator who's done like their predictions for League Two, we're anything from like 9th all the way down to 20th. Yeah. So, and I think that can be a good thing in certain ways where there's not that expectation. Like, oh well, your favourites, like you look at MK Dons, they're favourites to win the league. So they've got that added pressure every single week. Oh, we've got to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where no one's really expecting us to be up there. Do you know what I mean?
I think maybe that's a good reason because it'll put less pressure on us. Like, obviously, I think MK Dons will have more of the pressure about everyone else because they expected to win the league. How much money they're spending at it, signing players like Lang from Derby. But obviously they signed someone from Sheffield Wednesday yesterday or Tuesday. So
but that adds that pressure. But then also they've got to turn up and like win every single week, or you know what I mean. And that's not easy to do in football. Like they could get a red card, the injuries, like lots of things happen. And I go back to when we had our like really, really good side in 2009 and 10. And we was live on Sky Sports a Sunday afternoon. And we were 2-0 up against Torquay. And we ended up drawing 2-2. We just threw 2 goals away. And then going in all the Monto Finance thing, and they going into the February, we were like 14 points off first place, but we ended up winning the league that season anyway. But it is hard, you know what I mean, because other teams are going to up the game as well. You can have the refereeing decisions, as you know, League 2.
Yeah.
They say all referees aren't biased, but you know, it's equal, but sometimes it's not.
No. Should we talk about the referee that we have on Saturday then?
Yeah, you've got them stats, haven't you? So I'll leave that one to you.
Yes, obviously our referee on Saturday, his name's Peter Wright. It's not the darts player, so let's not confuse anyone. He might be having a spiky hairdo, I'm sure. As most people know, Peter Wright anyway. So apparently, the referee Peter Wright, he's refereed over 294 fixtures with 687 yellow cards, 16 red cards, and a 2.34 yellow cards per game. So he likes to give out his cards. So expect a lot of cards from him on Saturday. So that's all I have on him, really.
So he likes a card or two. How many red cards does he give out?
16 red cards.
God. And have we had him before in a competitive game, or?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. So
it's going to be an interesting game. But here's another thing we need to talk about as well.
Yeah.
Are you shocked that we have the same captain as last year?
No, I'm not shocked.
You're not shocked? I am.
Because after the Alfton game, I heard someone. Well, I don't know who this guy was, but this guy asked Matt Palmer, "Will he be captain?" He didn't say no, but he didn't say yes either. So.
Also, we found that out he is captain today because the video of the photo shoot of doing, I think, for Sky Sports or the website or whatever it is that he's got the captain's armband, which I find that, and I think a lot of other Notts fans will find that pretty shocking that he's kept the armband.
And also, I knew he was captain straight away because Jody said, "Oh, the skipper is Ernie." So yeah, but it wasn't the captain that I wanted, but it is what it is. We can't choose it, can we?
But if you look at last towards the end of last season, he's not very vocal, is he?
No.
He's not. I don't want to knock him because he is a decent player, but I don't think he's captain material. And do you know what I mean?
No, and also he hasn't been the same since that injury that he had when he came back.
So. Yeah, that was the first season we was back in the EFL, weren't he, where he got injured. And he was out all that season, and he came back at the beginning of the last season, and he signed a new 3-year deal, didn't he?
Yeah. So
it was him and Jody who signed them deals.
Yeah, it was.
I was shocked.
I think he signed that deal when when we was going to play, I think Colchester at home, and then that got postponed because of I don't know what he got postponed of, but I think it happened before that game. So,
which it's, I don't know. I think like Platt or Bedu would have been a better choice for captain. Yeah, personally. Or even Jody, you know, if she was going to give it somebody who's very passionate and like can be vocal. You always see it last season. You always seen him having a go at Maynard when he was on the pitch. When he were obviously when he was injured, which he was a lot last season, but he seems to be like more vocal, more passionate, more figgy than Palmer does. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with him there because Jody got injured versus Gillingham at home. He hasn't been the same since. I think he'll do better next season than last season. And yeah, I agree with you there when he's been shouting at Maynard because Maynard's been doing it wrong. Maybe
I
not
also
Maynard, but
but I also blame Maynard for him getting that injury in the Gillingham game because you could see it from the stands. He was getting fouled and fouled and fouled over and over again, and you could see it. That it was the next tackle was probably going to be the one what put him out for a long time.
And it did.
And the same with Didsey as well, where you had Didsey, I know Didsey's left, and Didsey was playing 90 minutes, and then you got players 10 years younger than him coming off after 70 minutes. It didn't make sense, you know what I mean?
No. And also when McGoldrick came back from injury, still the game after he's playing 90 minutes again. I'm like, eh? Yeah, but I wish him good luck at Barnsley anyway.
Wait a minute. What am I doing? Let me have a look at this.
We were talking about how weak the defense department is.
Yep. I'm just looking at my finger. Monitor and output, so that goes there. Right, we're there. Where you going? Harry's got to get. I don't know what happened there. We can only hear you if there's someone else talking. I think Gary's back now. Right, you're there. Right, where was we?
We was going to talk about the defence situation.
The defence situation. But yeah, don't you think we're a bit lightweight in defence?
Yeah, because I think we only got Matty Pratt, Jacob Bedu, Rod McDonald, Lewis Bakari, but I think he plays like a right back, don't he?
Rachel, can you hear Harry as well?
I think that's about it, isn't it? Can't think of any more names that we have in this.
We've got McDonald Nest, haven't we?
Yeah, Lucas Ness. I forgot about him.
And McDonald. So if one of the centre backs get injured, where's the cover?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't know how fit Nest is, for one.
Well, weren't Lucas Ness injured all last season?
Yeah, so you don't know how fit he is. McDonald is sort of like... I don't know. I'm still unsure. He seems to slim down a bit.
Yeah.
He seems to like... When I seen him at when we played Bradford away, he was a bit more bulkier than he was this season. When I seen him on Saturday. So that's an interesting one. Because we've got... On one side, we've got so many wingers, haven't we? We've got Kieran Bennett, we've got Jody Jones, you've got Jarvis, you've got What you got on that side?
I'm guessing Jaden Luca, if he's going to play on that side.
So and then on the other side you got Gordon and you got Cirola as well. And on the opposite side you've got Gordon and Barry Cotter.
Yeah.
So you've got like load of options on one side, even though Jody can play that other side.
Yeah.
On the opposite side you've got less options. But is Jody going into like a number 10 role?
I mean, on Saturday, we saw he did play in that number 10 role. I thought he played really well, to be fair.
Mm. And I think the Jarvis had played well in that, but has he done enough to convince Patterson?
Yeah. I do definitely like Jody Jones in the number 10. I think he'll do well there, but I honestly do believe I don't think Will Jarvis have done enough to impress him, so he'll probably play on the wings, but we'll see against Newport.
Or is he going to be one of them players that Patterson, say like Inchy as well, which is probably like the only normal number 6 we've got. You know what I mean? Is he going to get into the side? Who's going to leave? Because we've got how many players? 26, 27?
Yeah, 26.
So who's your favourites to go out on loan?
Favourites to go out on loan? Gee, oh dear. I don't know, to be fair. Two favourites to go on. Yeah, I don't know.
I think probably Inchy and probably Jarvis will end up going out on loan.
Yeah, I can see Jack Hinchy going out on loan. I can't really think who else, but it'll be a shame if he does go out there, because I saw when we played against Alfreton the first pre-season friendly that he was good at taking corners, so we'll see what happens.
And there is another thing, like Connor Grant as well. He splits the fan base. Some people really like him.
Some people don't.
Some people don't. And I struggle to... I was watching a podcast earlier and I was like... They was talking about him and I'm like... They say he works so hard and I'm like thinking... I don't see it. I don't know what I'm missing when I watch the game, but I don't see him working so hard.
Yeah. Time will tell really if he's good enough. So.
Yeah, so that's... I don't know. I don't see that. My thing. I don't see it. It's one of them ones where I struggle. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But I think I'm sorry.
I didn't really see a lot of Conor Grant. Well, I mean, I did, but he wasn't really playing that well. So maybe he'll go out on loan next season. So.
I do think like Jatta goes, but depending on the time and where he goes, is that going to be enough time to get somebody else in?
Yeah.
How much would you say the owners would sort of like take? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if they're rejecting 600k, then surely they want a lot of money. So, I don't know.
But then, like, if he don't want to be at the club and then he wants to go, if it's 600k in it, better in your pocket, then he's in the last season of his contract as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, you could. Sorry, Mark.
And as well, and I don't want this ever to happen because I love Jody to bits, but we've got a lot of players on that one side. Could you see an offer coming in for Jody and him leaving?
I don't think he will. I honestly don't think he will this season.
But if it was an offer the brothers couldn't turn down,
yeah,
and you'd all be and then
yeah.
Then is Jody got the thing to say? No, I don't want to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Knox are going up? Time will tell.
I've got them to finish in the top 3. I think we can finish top 3.
Yeah. Right, so what we move on to?
What we're going to move on to. I say predictions for... My 3 predictions for going up are Notts and Chesterfield, like in any like order. Notts, Chesterfield and MK Dons.
I put in any... Well, I mean, Bristol Rovers to win the league. And then MK Dons and Cambridge United in any order. And then, yeah, that's it.
And for going down, I've got Harrogate and Accrington Stanley.
I mean, I've been undecided about this one. I did say Harrogate's going to go down. I can agree with you on that one, but I did say Newport, but then after seeing them play on Tuesday, I might change it tonight. I don't know, like Accrington Stanley maybe. So, well, I'll see how they play on Saturday and then I might change. But I think Newport and Harrogate to go down for me.
Yeah, I think it's odd, isn't it? Because you do these predictions at the beginning of the season, and it's like there's always going to be one team what surprises. Like I think a lot of people have wrote Notts off. That's my reason I put them there after I've seen us play. But there's no right science to it, is it? It's a guessing game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, obviously you're not going to get it all right, but it's good to have a go because you never know if you are going to get it right if you don't guess.
I mean, when we watched, because we watched Accrington in that pre-season friendly, didn't we? Against, I think it was Everton.
Yeah.
And they played really, really well. And it was like a fully strength Accrington side as well. And I was quite impressed with them. But then doing it over the league season, it's a different.
Yeah.
It can be a different story, can't it?
So what you do in pre-season is what you do in pre-season. It's not going to affect you in the league, but I mean it can. But yeah, we'll see. Because I've seen that most people put Accrington Stanley to go down as well. So time will tell, really.
And then we move on to like League One. And I got a lot, as you know, on my video, I got a lot of like.
Yeah.
A jit for like League One, especially from Mansfield fans. I don't know why, because I'm not biased or anything. You know what I mean? I just think it's like I put Mansfield in that bottom 4 because I think Nigel he's been there a lot of years as well, and he was out of contract in the summer, and he renegotiated another 2 years. He said he had another 2 years left, and I just think. Maybe he should have gone. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's better to go than to stay that little bit longer. He kept Mansfield up last year after a really good start, and they had that really bad run in January. From January the 1st, I think they didn't win for like 13, 14 games after that. Yeah. So that was my reasoning. But they have made some good signings, but I put them in there. They've got Luton.
Yeah, because he could have left and he could have been, I wouldn't say a hero, but he could have left as a good manager because he got Mansfield promoted last season in League 2. He kept them up, which that's a fantastic job to do in League 1. But he decided to stay another 2 years. Is that going to be bad or is that going to be good? Time will tell.
Hold on, I've just got an important phone call. No, I am. Have I ordered a TV? No, I don't think so. No, I ain't ordered a TV, Rich. Not that I know of. Unless I won one. I might have won a new TV, I don't know. Yeah, so what else did I have in that finger? I'm going to have to watch my video now, aren't I?
I mean, I could tell you mine.
No, you tell me yours.
I have it on this piece of paper, yeah. I've been and on about Newton. So now I've said they are going to get relegated. But then, I don't know, because, well, my bottom three are Burton, Mansfield, and AFC Wimbledon. The only reason why AFC Wimbledon because they lost, I think, they lost like the majority of the players that went up with them from League Two. And then I think I'm going to put Luton in there because they're losing most of the players and coming from a back-to-back relegation, it's not looking good. But who knows? They could surprise us. Many people have put them first, but I don't think. I think they'll go down. But we'll see what happens, really.
Right, so I've got to go down. I've got to forget a bit. So I've got Mansfield, I've got Luton. Oh, this person won't get out of the way. Bradford and Wimbledon to go down. I think Wimbledon will really struggle. Like,
yeah, I think they'll be bottom. Yeah.
I don't think they brought enough players in for the quality of players I've lost as well. And obviously with being up in an higher level, they've lost a lot of quality. I just can't see them surviving. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was questioning either to put Bradford in there, but the signings that they've made, and obviously the performances in pre-season, that don't really affect the league, but I think they'll be bottom half with Doncaster and Port Vale, so I think they'll be in a relegation scrap, but not relegated. But Graham Alexandra obviously signed a 3-year contract, does it?
Yeah.
Is that going to affect them?
See, that's the thing. You can sign you get managers or players who will sign a really long contract and they're like amazing before that, and then like their form dips after that.
Yeah.
It really dips down. And then I've got to go up on there. I've got Cardiff and Huddersfield.
Yeah, my top three. It'll be top two, won't it? To go up. Yeah. Cardiff City and Wigan Athletic.
Interesting. I got Wigan in the playoffs.
I got Barnsley in the playoffs.
I got Blackpool, Barnsley, Plymouth Argyle, and Wigan in the playoffs.
Championship time?
The championship?
Are we doing relegated or promoted first?
Do 3 come down, yeah. So I've got Oxford, and I've got Hull, and I've got Ipswich.
Tell me your reasons why for Ipswich.
I just think it's going over the Luton thing again. Yeah. Like, you come down from the Premier League, you hit the Championship, and it's that realigning. You've got players in your squad who don't want to be there. You know what I mean? And they're stuck there because obviously the wages go down as they get relegated as well.
Yeah.
And I just think there'll be a few unhappy players. So I'm not. That's one I'm not 100% sure. All in Oxford, I think they will struggle and will go down.
So my bottom three: Queens Park Rangers, Hull City, and Sheffield Wednesday. Those are my bottom three.
You know what? The thing with Sheffield Wednesday, I still think, a bit like Reading last year. They had all that stuff going off and they still managed to survive. They nearly got into the playoffs, didn't they?
I think they finished 8th or 9th, yeah.
Yeah, so so even though there was all that stuff going off the pitch, they still managed to come together and like, thing is, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we do. It's again 3 to go up from the Championship, isn't it? First and second, and then promotion playoffs. My top 3: Leicester City, Southampton, and Coventry City to win the playoffs.
Right, I've got Birmingham City, and then I've got that's to win it, and then I've got Leicester, And I think Coventry, like you, in the playoffs to win that one.
Because obviously they missed out, didn't they, last year?
Yeah, and I think Frank Lampard will do it as well.
Yeah, missing out against Sunderland. Because obviously Sunderland scored an 8-goal in extra time of the playoffs, I believe. And I think they'll do it. I think Frank Lampard is a good Championship manager because obviously he nearly got Derby up, didn't he? Just lost in the playoff final against Aston Villa. So I think he'll get them up this year.
Yeah, I think Coventry will go up. Playoffs are so. As a fan to be involved in players, they're a nightmare because you can finish like we go back to the National League season, right? When we finished second behind Wrexham, and the Boreham Wood game being 2-0 down.
Oh my!
You know what I mean? And then you get to Wembley. After 5 minutes, Slocum comes out. Fouls, what's his name?
Will Grigg.
Was it Will Grigg or was it Dobbery fouled?
Yeah, someone.
Gives a penalty away. And then
they score.
And then, it's getting to around what minute did we score on? Was it like 78, 81 or something?
Yeah, John Bostock scored it from the corner, didn't he?
Yeah. So, like, all that time. And then, you think, extra time. Within a couple of minutes, we're 2-1 down.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is going on? And then was the second half of injury time, weren't it, where Rodriguez hit the ball into the ground, it bounced over.
Yeah.
What a roller coaster of emotions, like, in 120 minutes of football. But one missed penalty, like Bostock's penalty, when he chipped it and it hit the post, it hit the bar. Imagine Archie Mere didn't make them penalty saves. Yeah. And that was a penalty what knocked us out, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a fine margin in football.
Well, as soon as he took that penalty and he chipped it, it's like, what on earth has he do? I mean, we're lucky that it went in, but if he would have missed or hit the crossbar, I was going to shout, what are you doing? Why are you chipping it in the National League playoff final to get to League Two? Who do you think you are, a Premier League player?
See, I can remember football before there was, like, the playoffs. And I can remember when there was introduced and people was against it and everything else. And I'm pretty against it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get, like, say, like with York City this year. They got, what?
Yeah.
Over 90 points, finish second and don't go up. But the playoffs add some extra spice into it, don't it? You know, it makes the football season go on a bit longer.
Yeah, because the playoffs is a different ball game. You don't know what's going to happen. The league, you forget about the league. Oh, you focus on the playoffs, really. It don't happen what happened in the league against the team that you're playing in the playoffs.
Well, it did with us.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
normally.
I mean, we played at Plough Lane, twice this season and lost both of them. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah. We didn't turn up any of them 2 times, neither.
I mean, I don't even want to talk about when we lost 2-0 because that was dreadful.
Take Langstaff back, somebody says, right? After did you see his hat-trick last night?
I know he scored one, but I didn't see
it. If you go onto the Millwall website, right, you can watch they've got all 3 goals on there.
Yeah.
And he scored an hat-trick. We'd take him back. Could we afford to take him back, though? That's the matter. Like, I could imagine, like, he's on double what he was at Notts, or if not, a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice for him to come back.
And then there's an interview with him as well, Ari. So if you go on their website, you'll be able to, like, watch it. And the goals as well. I think he only played, like, 65 minutes as well.
Not bad for him, innit? Saying he was injured all last season. Didn't really play.
I think he spent more time at Meadow Lane last season, didn't he?
I mean, I know it's only Sutton, but scoring a hat-trick, can't complain. Right, who's your Premier League champion then?
My Premier League champions, don't laugh, don't fall over everybody, right? It's Chelsea.
You know what? I agree with you on that one.
You agree with me?
I think Chelsea will do it.
And the reason sorry.
Are we doing top 4?
Yeah, we can do. The reason I went for Chelsea is the way they sort of like demolished PSG. And I think if you can do that to PSG and you can keep them quiet and a really good PSG, yeah, you can.
Yeah, because before that final, no one expected them to beat PSG, did they? And Chelsea to turn up for a Chelsea team, I'd say like that, because they weren't really good. Even though they did finish in the top 4, they weren't really good. But to turn up like that, I think it was like they scored the first 3 goals in the first half.
It was first half, wasn't it? It was really fast.
To turn up like that against PSG, you can do that to anyone. So
yeah,
I do think they will win the league.
Right, so I've got Liverpool in second, Man City third, and Arsenal fourth, and then Champions League places, 5th and 6th, depending on what it is. I've got Newcastle and Aston Villa.
People might hate me on this, but I don't have Liverpool in the top 4 or top 6.
Interesting.
I have Arsenal to finish second again, Manchester City in third, Newcastle in fourth, Tottenham in fifth, and Aston Villa in sixth.
The chickens on the loose evening.
Yeah, I haven't got Liverpool in my top 6 at all.
And then relegation. What you got for relegation?
I mean, I think the first 2 are pretty obvious. I've gone for Sunderland, even though they did make that signing, Granit Xhaka or whatever his name is, yesterday. He is a good player, but I think Sunderland will get relegated. Burnley, and I've been umming and ahhing about it, but Wolverhampton will take my final spot. It was beside Wolverhampton or Leeds, I think, for me.
And there's my dogs barking as ever. So my relegation ones, Nottingham Forest, and my reasonings behind that, because I remember the last time they was in Europe, in a European campaign, and that season they got relegated. And so I remember that. I've gone for Burnley, because I don't think they're going to have enough to stay up. And I've gone for Everton to go down. And I think that'll be the first time if Everton go down this season.
Yeah, it'll be the first time.
It'll be the first time they've ever played outside the top flight, I believe.
Yeah, but I'll ask you this: with their new stadium and having more people, would that impact them? Do you think?
I think they've got to. It's like that case with Arsenal. You remember when Arsenal had their new stadium when they moved from Highbury to the Emirates? You've got to pay for this stadium. Do you know what I mean? And then the money you would have spent normally on players, you can't spend on players no more. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, you might have this nice new stadium, but can you also bring in players? Have you got enough money to bring in the players you need to compete as well?
Yeah. Right. Should we move on to the Enterprise National League promotion and relegation?
Ooh, I don't know about relegation. I'll go York City to win it and Carlisle to win the playoffs. I know that might upset Graham, but I do believe that York City are going to be... They're going to be like Chesterfield was after they lost at Wembley to us, you know what I mean?
I can agree with you on first place, York City. But for me, personally, I've gone for Forest Green to win the playoffs. So, yeah.
Is that because Robbie Savages took over, and do you think they're going to get a bounce from him being manager?
I mean, I honestly think they're going to improve on from last season, to be honest, because they didn't really start off well, but they're used to it now, and obviously having that new manager, it could affect, because obviously you can have a good bounce with him or bad bounce, but time will tell if he does well. But I honestly do believe Forest Green will get playoffs this season and win it.
Jack says York will go up as champions and Hartlepool in playoffs.
I'll tell you my relegation. Have you done yours yet? Or
no, I ain't done it. I ain't done any for the National League.
So for the National League, I've gone for Brackley Town, Truro City, Boston United, and Wealdstone. Those are my bottom four.
Are you going? You also go in for like Maynard to be back in charge of Wealdstone after like so many months?
I mean, I don't know.
Am I correct in thinking Wealdstone's manager is a YouTuber or something?
Honestly, I don't know, but I could see because Maynard has a good connection with Wealdstone, don't he?
Yeah.
That's what is because he was at that club before he went to us. So if you don't go back there, but I honestly do think he will. But I'm sure, yeah. But maybe he'll get a better job.
Because in pre-season, he's been at a lot of their games.
Yeah.
So
he's from London, eh? So it's close to home, really. Someone said Rochdale's going up.
Rochdale going up? I don't know. They're in National League. Normal National League.
Yeah, normal National League.
I think playoffs. They'll probably get to Wembley and then lose against Carlisle.
Yeah. That's about it, really, isn't it?
Yep. You close your figs. We have another score prediction for Saturday.
I mean, I've said 2-1. But obviously, I think Saturday's performance did help me a lot. And I honestly do think we'll score more than 2. I think it'll be like 3-1, 3-2. I think it'll be a good game. I think there'll be goals in it.
I think that's honestly. I think there's going to be plenty of goals in it as well. Goalkeeping mistakes. I think there's going to be some really, really, really class goals in this as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because who scored for Newport? That was it. Did he score both of those good goals, or was it just one?
I think he scored one of them.
Yeah, because I think the first one was really a good goal, right?
It really was.
Yeah.
And then, just to finish off, dark horse for the season. What hasn't been mentioned in like your top 3 for League 2?
Dark horse. Fleetwood.
I'm gonna go Swindon.
Who do you think's gonna be overachieving in League 2?
Overachieving Oldham.
Yeah, I think it'll be Oldham or Barnet. Underachieving.
Underachieving. I'm gonna go Tranmere.
I think it's Salford, you know.
Salford, I could see that as well.
Someone put Chesterfield to go up. Should we do the top? So we got Newport, then Wigan, Salford. Trying to think now, but yeah, I think that's about it.
Wigan game, I don't know. I don't know with the Wigan game. We don't really aim to win cup competitions or cup matches, do we?
No. But yeah, I think that's about it, really.
Yep. Right, thanks to everybody who's been on the podcast. Thanks to Ari as well. This will be made available on all socials as well. What to get Rad to do with it is figure.